Hello and welcome to Beach View, the podcast where we talk about different things. We found that we've been talking a lot about art and music, so let's keep that going.
Today, we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hey guys, my name is Brenna. I am the cool sister. I take the second rank of cool sister. Jen obviously is number one.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I sound a little hoarse because, seasonal allergies, but, we're fine, we're here.
That's excellent. Thank you for joining us today, Brenna. We're so happy to have you as our guest.
I'm so excited to be here.
And today, we're going to talk about something you suggested. We're going to discuss Taylor Swift's album 1989.
Tay-tay!
So, I looked up some background. I'm sure you'll know more, but it was released in 2014, and it was her 5th studio album. I'm sure you have more to say about it.
Of course. So this was her first of all, I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, so I know a lot. But this was her first full-on pop album, and her record label that she was with at the time, Big Machines or whatever, did not want her to go full pop. They thought it was a mistake. They thought she would not be successful there, but she had the urge and wanted to do it so bad. So she did it anyways and convinced them, and they fought her tooth and nail on just about everything with this album. But obviously it was a huge success.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge success. And I actually like her pop albums as opposed to like when she was country pop kind of, So
yeah.
This to me was like when I really started liking Taylor Swift.
That's for a lot of people that do not like country music. I personally don't, but
Yeah.
I love her, so I was into that. But it definitely, I feel like, reached a broader audience once she went over to pop.
Yeah, and as we've seen since then, it's a huge success. So I'm glad that she went with her gut instincts on that and fought what they were telling her, because she's just gone so far since then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, how do we feel about this album?
Well, this is honestly one of my favorite albums. It is just, I can find something to say about every song, and there's so many good songs on here. I remember when I first got the album, I literally pointed at 4 or 5 songs and I said, this is gonna be popular, this is gonna hit the top 100 on the radio, and all of them did. This is one of the first albums I was able to recognize which songs were gonna hit the radio mainstream and become
That's
very
cool.
popular. Yeah. It felt pretty cool to guess that and
That's
get it all right.
awesome. Go ahead, girl. I think there's some future for you in the music business. Maybe you could be her manager.
Yeah, Taylor, call me if you need me. Love to.
Oh, God.
What's the likelihood that Taylor Swift will listen to this podcast?
Right?
Yeah.
We'll send
My
it to her,
dream.
people. Yeah.
My dream would
No, but
come true.
exactly. I really like this album. Last night I listened to it all the way through, which was the first time I had done that. So I knew some of the songs really well and regularly play them every now and then. But there were a couple songs that I heard for the first time last night, and I thought the whole album as a whole was just really good. They were all just, like you said, they were all hits, I thought, and I enjoyed it. And I was like, dude, she's so talented. My takeaway from it was, how people say Drake, everything he does, he has the Midas touch, and every song he makes or that he's featured on is gold. That's Taylor to me. She is the one who everything she does, I think, just becomes a success. That's how I felt about that album. Every song on it was really good, I thought.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the contrarian here, because I didn't like it.
Oh,
You
God.
didn't?
No.
What?
Okay. I don't even know how to act right now.
Yeah, well,
what?
it's...
Okay, we will not tolerate Taylor slander here today.
It's gonna happen.
I would like to hear your opinion, though.
Yeah, we want to hear your opinion, but keep it nice. Keep it...
But it's wrong.
Well, yeah, a lot of what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say might come across as unfair, so just caveat that
Oh,
before I
God.
say anything, but I don't like this genre. I don't like synth pop, and a lot of this album is synth pop, and there's a little bit of synth pop I like, but this album isn't the kind of it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
it's already starting off at a bad place for me.
Well, you want to hear some context behind some of it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So maybe that would help. Probably not, because, you know, you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like, but a lot of the songs on this album that she wrote were honestly because of all the media has, you know, torn her apart for years for what she's done. So
yes.
she's always been attacked for writing breakup songs, which is crazy because everybody writes breakup songs or songs about their past relationships.
Like that has been, yes, like that has been done forever. Like women and men all write songs about their relationships.
I think with her specifically, it became part of her, like, public persona, which isn't entirely her fault, because she was she's a celebrity, she was dating celebrities, and people, like, especially the media, pick up on that really heavily. So when she writes a breakup song, they're always like, oh, who was this about?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. But they said that's all she, like, wrote about, which wasn't true. So, like, a lot of the songs on this album, and she even talked about this in a speech at an award ceremony recently.
Yeah.
She wrote Welcome to New York, talking about how when she moved to New York, because she always said she would never move to New York or a big city, because she lived in Tennessee, Nashville, and then she moved to New York. She wrote a lot of different, I mean, there's a lot of different breakup songs on here, of course, but she wrote one about losing a friendship, like one about hiding from the paparazzis, and she also took that narrative that the media has created for her and kind of made fun of it in Blank Space. Because people thought, like, that song was like, oh, like, she's just proving to us, like, that's how she is. Like, no, she's making fun of the narrative that has been created about her.
Oh, yeah, the speaker in Blank Space is very clearly a character.
Yeah, I love that she does that. Like, I love that she takes the hate and she turns it into success. Like, to me, that is the ultimate, like, victory. Like, you're like, okay, I'm going to show you, you know? And she does that so well. And I think she does it with class. And she does it in a way where, you know, I think, like, she's showing people, like, I don't care what everyone around me is saying. This is who I am, and this is what I do, and this is the art that I'm making, and it's all for my fans. You know, like, I just think, like, she does such a great job of, like, you know, sticking it to them, but in a way that is, like, I think very classy.
I have to agree.
Bryce is like, nah.
Well, we're hitting on a difference in perspective, because I know the sort of context is a huge part of a lot of pop albums. Like, that's, especially with, like, these big pop stars, that's a huge part of it. And I don't really care about that. I'm about, like, the album itself, you know, divorced from as much context as possible. Let the art speak for itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just a difference of perspective, but, like, whether it's, you know, about this or that from her, like, versus the media or whatever, I don't really care. So
yeah, and I like to know the background, because to me it gives you more of an understanding of where that song's coming from, and to me you can appreciate it more.
Yeah, I like too of her. Her gift is storytelling, and she always has, like, a story to tell in a song, and there's always a deeper hidden meaning, and to figure out that meaning is, like, the coolest thing to me. It's like analyzing poetry. Like, I love that stuff. So I'm always like, okay, well, she wrote this line, and she's not like she's very poetic. That's what's so great about it is, you know, other artists will be like, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and then she'll write this, like, poetic line that is basically saying that, but, like, you have to, like, analyze it to understand, like, how she is actually feeling.
Yeah, I like that too, because I was thinking last night when I was listening to the album, like, a lot of her verses are, like, they're very simple, but they convey, like, a deeper message. Like, that's what I really appreciate about it. It's, like, an easy, like, you know, bop to sing to or to, like, you know, chill with, but, like, when you stop and think about it, you're like, oh, that's what she's talking about. I like that. So, Bryce, you didn't like any of it? Like, you don't like any of the songs?
Now, there's parts I can recognize that, while not, like, I think it's successful at what it's going for. I think it's a good, like, mixture between synth pop, and I mean, obviously you two are going on about the context, so I'm sure it's good at doing that. But I really don't like the genre space, and I don't like a lot of these songs are really mid-tempo, and they feel a bit dreary. So I just do not like
but
that.
I love it. Well, of course, I can see like why, like, you know, like you're looking at it definitely from like a music perspective. Like, if you don't like certain types of songs, like of course you're not gonna like an album that is full of songs like that or that has those musical elements in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to get into a track by track?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, first is "Welcome to New York."
Yes.
I think, honestly, though, like, regardless if you like it or not, I think this is the perfect song to open up the album.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like, it's almost like a welcome to my life right now.
Yeah.
An introduction into, like, where she's at, you know? Like, figuratively and literally, like, she's in New York, and also, like, this is where I'm at in my life right now. I liked the song. I thought, I always think of stuff like like soundtracks or playlists. Like I would definitely put this song on like the next time I travel to New York. Like I'm totally gonna be playing this song.
Yes, exactly. I think it's the ironic caption for when people go to New York. They always, you know, have a caption related to this song.
Yeah, exactly. Like I definitely liked it. So Bryce is like, "Where are y'all getting this from?"
Well, no, So this one is closest musically to the kind of synth pop I do like. It sounds a bit like Passion Pit, if y'all know that.
Yes, love Passion Pit.
Yeah, so that's sort of like early 2010s, like alt-rock synth pop stuff, like that has alt-rock influences in it.
And that's what you like.
Yeah, like as far as synth pop goes, which there are Passion Pit songs I don't like, but this song from the whole album is the most reminiscent of that sound, but I don't like the vocals. They're too, like, straightforward pop to me.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, I can see that as well, why you wouldn't like that. But I'm surprised that this, like, is, like, one of the ones that you actually would like. I kind of thought it wouldn't be.
I will say, there is one song on this album I think I like unqualified. Like, there's no, like, I like this part, but don't like this other part, so...
There's one song. Oh,
yeah. What's the song?
Which one?
We'll talk about it when we get there.
We'll get to it. Okay.
Are we gonna go through this whole track list?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Cool.
Let's do it.
All right. Nothing else to say about "Welcome to New York"?
I mean, you know, it's upbeat, poppy.
Yeah.
Like a good feel.
Good feel.
Blank Space. Then.
I like the vibe. Blank Space. I love that song.
Yes, me too. We kind of touched on this earlier, but I'm a big fan of Blank Space. I think it's very clever, very just, I mean, this song is quoted so many times too, like the line, "Darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream," like.
Yes, it's like my favorite line.
Yes, literally.
The whole album. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so this is maybe a bit unfair to this song, but it was overplayed as hell when it first came out. And, like, there's a lot of songs that I like even that got overplayed, and I'm just kind of like, don't like this one anymore. But upon re-listening to it outside of that context, I think it's a good song, it's well written. I don't like it. It's, the energy is too low. Like, it's kind of dreary.
And this might be, like, a thing. I liked it because, like, as someone who's had, like, you know, relationships where, I don't know, I guess I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but basically, like, from the context of, like, what it's about, that's where the context plays into me, like, where it's kind of like a satire for her, and to me, like we said before, this is, like, the ultimate song, like, I'm gonna show you, like, forget about the haters kind of thing, you know? That's what I really like about it.
Yeah. And I think it's very, like, relatable to people saying, like,
yeah,
you know, like, one relationship ends, and when, like, you're dating and you're young, like, obviously, like, you haven't met your person yet. So, like, there's a blank space after that. And for whoever, it's kind of like...
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like, from experience, this is, like, relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you have, like, a whiteboard and you write the person's name you're dating on it, and then, like, they're done, wipe it off, you got a blank space, like, you got a blank slate. Like, it's who's gonna be next in that. spot, and
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and who's gonna deal with like your issues and your baggage, and I don't know. I love the song personally because I thought it was, like you Jen said, like a call out to the haters, the narration of her in the media, but also to like just kind of making fun of it and like laughing about how, you know, people will view you, especially women. Women get to tend to be viewed as crazy after relationships end more than men do. And so she's kind of like saying like when in the song, like, you know, like her crazy, like, you know, she can make the bad guys good for a week and like they are attracted to her, but then they find out she's crazy, and that also plays to the media saying that she can't keep a man because that's been said about her before.
Also like it kind of goes in, like, to me also says at the same time, like, yeah, I might be a nice girl, but like cross me.
Yeah.
Like, see what happens. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that part.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's just come at me, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. Yeah. Bryce is sitting over there like shaking his head. Nah.
Yeah. No.
I said this was a good song. I think the lyric writing is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't like listening to it.
That's fine.
I understand.
I feel like there are a lot of songs out there that you can like the lyrics, but you just hate the actual song.
Yeah. Especially when they get played out.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Alright, so next is Style. What do we have to say about that?
I love the song. Love.
That's a good one.
Another popular one. Think my favorite line out of this one, talking about you got that James Dean daydream look in your eyes. I like that. I don't know why. I've always liked that line.
I like this song too because it's like, you know, the whole premise, you never go out of style, and it could mean like you're my person, like you're the perfect person for me kind of thing. Like you'll never go out of style, you know?
Yeah.
Like no matter what everybody else thinks, if it's right for me, it's right for me kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe I was reading a little too much into it, but
no.
That's kind of...
It's definitely talking about a relationship where it sounds like it's been a little on and off, but like at the end of the day, like it's never gonna like stop. Like it's never gonna end. Like you said, like you're the person for me.
Right. I thought it was like a sweet song.
I just love like her voice, like the vocals in this song, like especially like the open like midnight, like the way it starts. Yeah. It's kind of, I guess, I don't know. It sounds like mysterious and like serious and kind of like it could. I don't even know the word I'm looking for it, but then it hits into like the happy vibe pop in the chorus, and that's what is so amazing about the song.
All right, I don't have much to say about this one, so let's go to the next one. Out of the Woods.
Ooh. I like having this like contrary opinion because like me and Brenna are like gushing and like Bryce is like next
skip. He said this is my skip track.
I like it.
Oh, I can skip tracks if I'm listening to albums. Oh, that's sacrilegious. Okay.
Oh, wow.
You heard it here first.
I'm learning new stuff about you. I'm always skipping stuff.
If I'm listening to an album, I'm going to listen to the whole thing. Like, otherwise I'll just pull up random songs or, like, shuffle a playlist or something, you know?
True. Yeah.
Right.
All right, Out of the Woods.
This song, I love this song. At first, I wasn't sure about the song. When I first heard it, but when I kind of went to the context of it, and she's openly explained this herself, she's talking about the relationship, and she's talking about how the anxiety you feel in certain relationships, especially in the beginning, where, you know, you're not, and you first start dating someone, you're still like not out of the woods yet to like break up. Like I feel like you have to reach a certain point to feel super comfortable with that person, and that's why
everything's kind of like, you're not steady, like you're kind of like feeling each other out still, and
there's no clear like commitment feeling, and that's why she used repetition in the song, and she repeats, are you, like, it's not just a typical, like a lot of artists will just repeat the same word over and over again just because it's a pop song. This one, she's trying to like show her anxiety and anxiousness that she feels.
Anxiety, yes.
And that's why it's repetitive, like out of the woods, are we out of the woods, are we in the clear yet? That's why she keeps repeating it throughout the song to show that.
I kind of got that when I was, and I didn't know that she explained that, but that's what I kind of got, like, and it's almost as if, like, can we fast forward this part where we're like feeling each other out and we're not on steady ground and get to the part where we like trust each other and it's a good relationship? Because it can be scary, like going from one failed relationship into another, and you're like, okay, can we just like fast forward the anxiety part and get to the good part, you know? But you can't do that, and especially like the first part of the relationship is often like the most fun anyway, you know, like it's everything's new and exciting, so like you wouldn't want to. But I like how she goes into that like anxiety part of it too. Like it's just like a different view of it and something that you don't often hear in music, I think.
I have to agree. That was awesomely said.
It's interesting how you brought up the chorus, you know, the repetition of the chorus, because I did not like this chorus. I thought that was
knew you wouldn't.
really bad. I didn't like it.
I feel like this is where you have to know the context of the song. I know you don't like for it to come into play, but I feel like it does. And like what the author, what the writer and the speaker is trying to like portray and say, like that matters. In English.
We don't have time to go into this, but I am a firm proponent of Death of the Author.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
We flat out do not have time to go into that though.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Alright, we won't.
That's a topic for another day, because we can go on about that one.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Okay, let's go to the next track.
All you had to do was stay?
Hey, all you had to do was stay. Love that. This song I've honestly jammed out to way too many times.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
This is the first time I heard that song. Like, I'm very surprised.
Oh, really?
Like, I had not heard that song before. But because I'm not, like, I usually don't get an album and listen to it all the way through. Like, I just, like, will download random song. Like, I hear it, and I'm like, oh, I like that song. I'll go download it. You know, like, I won't often, like, play a whole album. And so, but I'm kind of getting into that now. And I think it's because all of our, like, podcast discussions, I'm like, I need to go get some albums. But that's the first time I heard that song, and I thought it was really good. It was like a really kind of like bittersweet kind of song to me.
Yeah, no, I have to agree.
I thought the chorus was okay, but I wasn't a fan of the verses. They were kind of boring to me. But I will say, I really liked the bridge, especially the transition into it.
Oh.
I thought that was a really smooth transition. Okay. I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, that's a neat bit of composing.
Yeah, she is known for her bridges and songs. Like, she does, I think, in a lot of songs, her bridges is what makes the song, to me, in my opinion. Like, there's been a song where I didn't necessarily, like, love it at first, but once I heard that bridge, I was, like, hooked. She's got me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so, like, to me, that's why I like Taylor so much, because, like, her songs are so, like, singable. Like, it gets stuck in your head in a good way, you know?
Alright, well, speaking of bridges, the next song has a bridge that I absolutely despise, which is Shake It Off. I forgot about it.
I like
had totally forgot about it while I was listening to this album, and it came up, and I was like, oh god, this.
Stop it, no. Okay, no.
This song,
I like this song.
This song, I will say, this song was overplayed.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's not her fault, but the radio, like, by the time the album came out, I didn't even listen to the song on the album because I was like, I've heard it so many times. But this is also, like, the big main song where she says, like, screw you to the media, the haters, like, I'm gonna shake it off, like, and it's so catchy, and, like, it is a it is, like, a, you know, I guess a typical pop song, but this was her first breakthrough to, like, a full-on pop. So I feel like she needed that typical pop song to help break through that barrier, and this was that song. I mean, and it's catchy and clever, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to get stuck in your head and send a message, and it did.
Yes.
So y'all are fine with getting down to this sick beat?
Yes, I love this song. It's just, I think was a strategic, like, song, like Brenna's saying, because like, when you're transitioning to pop, you have to go full pop, okay? Like, and this is that song. And to me, it's exactly what she's always trying to say. Player's gonna play, hater's gonna hate. I don't really care, you know? Like, that's, and to me, like, that's the message. Like, you have to be above it all. Don't care about what the haters are saying. And, like, and this is where, like, you take a full-on pop song and put it in context. So, you know, it's like, I don't know. I thought it was good, and full disclosure, I have totally, like, after like a bad day of being really stressed, I will like totally put on like the poppiest pop songs and like dance around the house like while I'm cleaning dishes or something. Like, and it totally gets you in a better mood, you know?
I love that.
I've never liked this song, but y'all do.
He's like, never liked it. Next.
Good for you. Yeah.
Next.
I wish you would.
This is another good one.
Wait, I'm trying to think what song this is.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about this.
It's basically talking about, I wish you would come back. I wish you would open up the door or something. I wish you knew that I would never forget you as long as I live. I wish you were right here, right now. It's all good. I wish you would. It's basically just...
Okay, yes. I remember. Yeah. Yes, I remember. That was also the first time I heard that song was last night.
It's basically like regrets after a relationship, and like it's that... I feel like a lot of people can relate to this song too, because it's like after a relationship ends, like you wish things were different. You wish that this person would do, especially if it ended on terms that you didn't want to end on. You wish this person would change. You wish this person would come back or do this or say that or make it better, this and that. And I feel like that song perfectly narrates that feeling.
Yeah, I think it's a very specific feeling. But I think also having that feeling, I wish you would be different, is like that in itself means like the relationship is never going to work because you're not who I want you to be, right?
Exactly.
So I thought that was like,
I love that.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's poetic though. Like I think it's like, you know, it says so much by not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It has those two different meanings to me. I thought it was a really pretty song.
I did too.
All right. I don't have anything to say, so next song.
What? You have nothing to say to that.
That one just kind of washed over me. I don't really have much to say.
Okay. So. You're like, feelings.
Yeah.
That's not why I... Okay, so, like, it takes me a few listens of something before I really internalize the lyrics and actually, like, remember them. Yeah. So I didn't have a lot to say about the lyrics on this album.
Okay.
Like, you know, they weren't anything I was like, oh, this is really bad. But I also didn't pick up on anything that I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. So.
Okay. Next.
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood was a bop. Still is. This is talking about...
Still is.
Yeah, it's talking about a friendship ending. And anytime, I'm not gonna lie, if any of my friends hear this, you didn't. But anytime my friends have really, like, upset me, or, like, we've been in, like, a really, really bad fight, I play this song.
I love it. I like this song. I think it's, like, a great, like, you know, going into that other type of relationship, you know? Yeah. Like, I think it's a great song for that. Like, and it's true, because you do go through, like, peaks and valleys of friendship, and I don't know, I always like a good, like, kind of mad anthem, you know, like when you're mad, like, this is a song you want to play, or yeah, I like it.
I think it's easy to see why this got popular. The chorus is very easy to sing along with, and that's, like, really good for getting people to, like, latch on to a song, but I don't like it.
Now, did you listen to the original, or did you listen to the remix of it that featured, was it Kendrick Lamar, or what was his name?
I listened to the original, so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the original.
There's two of them, and that includes a rap part in the remix of it, so.
But that's not on the album, so.
No.
Not relevant.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I'm just making jokes.
I love it.
Fine.
Okay.
Next track.
Next song?
Wildest Dreams.
Fun fact. In the beginning, that's her actual heartbeat. The way it sounds like the heartbeat, that's her actual heartbeat. She recorded her heartbeat and put it in the song.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. Oh, I like that.
Is that not cool?
I like it. I think it's cool.
Bryce, what do you think?
Is this the song that you liked, Bryce? Is this the one that you
I liked the opening synth chords, and I think it's good at what it's going for this sort of, like, wistful, romantic synth pop thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. Again, it feels too, like, it's this mid-tempo song, and after, like, a lot of mid-tempo songs, I just not feeling it.
No, I feel this song hardcore. Love. This is another one of my favorites. Her voice in this, like, she executed this song so well. The lyrics. I love this song so much. I've had people tell me, like, they can't hear that song without thinking of me. Like, and so
I like this song a lot. It's a really pretty, I thought it was like you said, her vocals, I thought were sometimes you hear an artist and you're like, gosh, her voice is so beautiful. Like, it was one of those songs.
Yeah, for sure.
For me.
I think you could feel and hear, like, her raw emotions in this song. I think she really executed that well.
To me, that's what she excels at, like, is putting that emotion through.
Yeah.
I think that is her gift.
And it's I feel like in this whole album, like, she talks, like, there's songs that kind of base off feelings of, like, the beginning of a relationship, the middle of a relationship, the end of a relationship. And I feel like this one is kind of talking about, like, that part of a relationship where it's like, you know, like, this could end or it could not, but either way, like, I hope, like, I'm gonna enjoy it, and I hope too, like, you remember me if this does crash and burn, like, you'll always remember this moment right here, right now.
Yeah, I love that sentiment, because you can have relationships that don't end up, you know, working out, but you always, to me, like, have, like, a place in your heart for that person, whether it was terrible, whether it was great, whatever. Like, they'll always be kind of a piece of your life, you know, like, even if you don't talk to the person anymore, don't ever see that person, like, it's always going to be a part of who you are, you know. And I thought that's kind of what this was to me, like, really kind of talking about that aspect of relationships.
All right, next song.
Sure.
All right, How You Get the Girl.
This one's so fun.
How You Get the Girl.
Jammed out to this one.
That's a cute one. Yeah.
I almost tweeted, like, forever ago about how do you guys not understand how to get a girl when Taylor Swift wrote a song giving you instructions on how to get the girl, like, how to get your girl back if you, like, break up, like,
exactly.
It's literally telling a story, like, of a guy what to do, like, just show up at her front door and acknowledge how much time has passed and just confess your love. Like, it's not that hard, according to the song.
It's not that hard. I always, like, think that, too. Like, y'all, it's not that hard, okay? Like, figure it out. Get it together. Here's your instruction manual from Tay-Tay, okay?
Yes.
Like, yeah. I thought it was a cute song. Like, yeah, I liked it.
So, I don't have anything to say about the lyrical content, but I did like the, like, acoustic guitar with drum machine sound.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish it leaned on that more, because that's that sort of, like, late 90s, early 2000s pop sound that was really big at the time. And I like that sound, but I don't like synth pop as much, so if it had leaned more into that, I might have liked the song more, but...
Well, maybe when she records it, she might add some more of that.
Yes. I'm here for all the re-recordings. Like,
oh my gosh, yes. We should talk about that on another podcast, because I could go on and on about that.
We should. You should be, like, a recurring guest, and all you talk about is Taylor Swift.
Yes.
That would be fun, though. I think that would be fun.
Well,
we should do that.
We'll have to do a review for when she re-records it, because, you know, hello, stream Taylor's version, because she will actually own it, and that's what we're here for.
Yes. So. Holler. Right. Yes.
So, next song.
Mm-hmm.
This Love.
This song is such an underrated song. People sleep on the song, but this song, I think, is so beautiful.
I thought it was a really beautiful song, too. Is this the song you
like?
Yes,
this is the one song.
I knew it!
Oh my gosh. I did not know. I couldn't put my finger on which song he liked.
It's the one, like, actual slow song that's not trying to do the, like, mid-tempo thing, and I think it's really good at doing that.
Okay.
I like the opening. I think her vocals were really good on this track, and some of the vocal effects on it I really liked. And I liked, forget if this was in the chorus or not, but the, like, bassy synth chords, that's, like, a classic, like, synth pop thing. It's good sometimes. So, yeah, this is the one song on the album.
So would you say this song hit all the right notes for you?
That was clever. I don't
get it.
He's not here.
I don't get it.
He's not here for that. He's not here for that.
Wow. If you like this song, then it's not on, like, her regular album, but You're in Love. that deluxe song on the deluxe album.
That's a
like
B-side
that,
okay.
You would like that one. You would like You're in Love, because it has similar...
I gotta look that one up.
It has similar vibes. Like, it said, like, my favorite line is, like, you can hear it in the silence, you can feel it on the way home. Talking about, like, how, like, it's actually talking about a couple that broke up that she was friends with. The song is written about them, though. About how they're kind of their love story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
I love it. I love, like, her storytelling, like you said, to me, it's just, like, I don't know. It's, like, it grabs your emotions, and it's, like, to me, it's like reading a book, almost, like reading a story where you're, like, really feeling it, and I feel like that's how her music is for me.
Oh, yeah.
It, like, wrapped up in, like, a pop, catchy...
catchy album.
Yeah.
Like, that's just more than just a regular pop album. Like, it's...
Yeah, exactly. To me, it's, like, the ones that tell the stories, it's not just, like, some, like, stupid dance song kind of thing, you know?
So, Bryce, is this your favorite song off the album?
I said it's the only one I liked. Like, unqualified.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Unqualified.
So you like this album?
I do. I really do. And I didn't realize, like, I was never, like, a hardcore, like, Taylor Swift fan.
No.
But when I sat down and, like I've liked her more and more as the years have gone on.
Well, and
really.
You dealt with me for years listening to her since I was little.
Yes, exactly. And, like, that, honestly, like, you're the one who, like, really turned me on to her because, like, I never really thought much about her because, you know, she was country, you know, and I'm just not a country fan. I always liked her, like, you know, but never listened to her music really. But so you're the one who really, like, got me started on Tay-Tay. And like, I never sat down and listened to this whole album, and so I was like, oh, this is, like, I really like it. And I think, like I said, like, over the years I like her more and more. I like her outside of her music, like her attitude and the way she carries herself and the way she kind of fights back against, you know, specifically, like, men trying to push her down, you know, like, I really, and that to me makes her music better,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, you understand where it's coming from. I don't know how Bryce gets this, like, don't look at the context. No. I love looking at the context.
Especially because, like, you know, she is a smart businesswoman. She really is. And, you know, she's talked about how, like, when you're a smart businesswoman, like, you're not viewed as that, like, as a man would be. And I feel like that really is a big thing. And I feel like, too, like, the media, and that's in, like, her other albums that she, like, talks about that more, but, like, I feel like the media picks and chooses who can have a certain narrative and who can't. Like, for example, like, this is way off topic, but, like, the Kardashians, like, they are allowed to flash off, like, their money and their fortune and their thing, and it's acceptable. But, like, if Taylor Swift or, like, even, like, someone else were to do that, they're called shallow. And it's like,
they're privileged.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
They have different expectations for different artists and different celebrities. And it kind of sucks because, you know, it's like they have to keep that expectation in a way, or otherwise the media is just tearing them apart.
They do. And as a younger woman too, if you step out of line even once, like, if you step out of line, not like in a bad way, but, like, from your persona that the media gives you, like, you're canceled. You know, like, you're just, it's not okay, and it's, like, a huge thing. Yeah, so I agree. I think, like, she's a very strong person, and I think as a woman in that business world, it's hard. It's still hard, and I think all women have experienced this, like, in any walk of life, that it's still hard to break through and have people respect you, especially older men, you know?
100% agree.
Yeah, to me, it's like a girl power thing. Like, she just kind of throws that out there, and I'm picking it up. I love it. I think it's great.
All right. Well, so are we good to go into the next song?
Yeah.
Next is I Know Places.
I already know you don't like this one.
What? Why?
How do you know?
Because I don't know, like, I personally like this song. I think it's a fun, clever song. Like, she's talking about hiding from the paparazzi and, like, how they are the hunters, like, she is the fox. Like, that's how celebrities are. Like, you're trying to keep your life as private and personal as you can, but, like, the paparazzi are always around the corner. And she's, like, talking about how she knows places where they can hide and where she can hide her relationship.
Yeah, I thought that was like very like telling of celebrity culture. Like, because once your relationship's out there in public, I'm sure it becomes harder, and like they want to keep something to themselves, kind of thing. So I thought this was cute. Like, we'll outsmart them.
Yeah.
Like, we'll hold it together. We'll do whatever we can to like make this relationship work, kind of
whatever
thing.
It takes.
Yeah, I thought it was a cute song.
I liked the verses. I liked the minor key piano that was in the verses. The chorus modulates to major, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the chorus at all.
Oh, see, like I don't know all of that like music stuff.
It's like, if it sounds good,
I'm like
good.
a lay person. Yeah, if it's a bop, it's a bop. You heard?
You heard
so
it
yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know any of that. Yeah.
T Swizzle on the
But
track.
I understand like from that yeah, I understand from that perspective how you view things differently than I do.
Yeah.
All right. So nothing else to add there then?
Nope, I guess not.
Okay, next, and last actually, is Clean.
This song is the perfect closing song of this album.
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
I feel like it started off good, ended good, and I personally love the song. Bryce, I'm curious to see if you like the song, because I think lyrically it's a great song.
Well, see, again, it takes me a few listens before I really internalize lyrics, so I wasn't picking up on anything.
Okay.
I thought it was boring. I did like some of the
gosh.
instrumentation choices, but that's about all I can say for it.
Okay.
Like, in the chorus, there was this, like, xylophone-sounding thing that I thought was really cool.
Oh.
And a bit of the other choices, like some of the string and, like, piano-sounding instruments, I thought were really good. But I thought overall it was a boring song.
No.
Oh, I didn't think it was boring. I thought it was nice. I thought it was like a good song. I like the lyrics, like you said. I think it was good. It was like, and like you're saying, it's a good closer. I didn't think about it as the closing when I was listening to it, but now that you say that, I do agree.
Because
with
it goes back to like this, how this album, it doesn't just talk about relationship, it talks about other things, but there's a lot of songs in here that talk about like the beginning of a relationship, the middle, the end. This is like the end, like after a relationship ends, and you're trying to get over that person.
Yeah.
And talking about how like you're finally clean, like you're finally free of those feelings once you get there. And
Yes.
it's such a
Like you break
Yes.
through. It takes time.
it's a great song
I
that
like
I've
it.
loved and listened to, and I think once again it's another relatable one.
It is. To me, it's very relatable, and that's why I liked it. I thought it was really good.
I think a line off this one that's mentionable is "Gone was any trace of you. I think I am finally clean."
Yes, I love that.
Ugh, just so poetic.
It can take a long time to like work through stuff, even if you've moved on in your relationships, like to work through stuff after like a past relationship, and like once you reach a point where you're like, I'm not thinking about that anymore. Like that's when it's like, oh, you're free of it.
It's free.
I love it. I thought it was good. I thought it was really totally relatable, and that's what I really liked about it.
All right, so any final thoughts on the album?
No, I think Brenna and I talked about a few minutes ago. Like I thought it was a good album. Like I said, I never sat and listened to the whole thing before, but hearing it all like in a whole like compilation, I thought it was a really good album, and it was her breakthrough into pop. And to me, I know you don't care about context, but to me, I was like, dude, she really did this. Like she really was like, forget about what y'all want me to do and what box I'm in. I'm going to step out of that box and do this. And it was a resounding success. I thought it was amazing. So all props to Tay Tay on this one. I thought it was great.
I listened to this album because she has like a schedule for albums. It would be like you should release one, you have like 2 years to like really like absorb it before the next one came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent 2 years just loving and going through this album and like reading the lyrics and digging deep into it, and it just like you said, talking about like how she wanted to break out of the box. This is something too, I think, with this album. Like a lot of times in entertainment, the industry, you have to, as women, reinvent yourself a lot, as more than you have to do as men. And I feel like this is her reinventing herself, because a lot of people were mad that she left country, but like she won the best award you could get in country music. She won it multiple times. Like she's won so many awards. She reached all the milestones she could have in that industry. there wasn't really much left for her to reach in that one. She needed to really branch out and break out into a new industry and break through more barriers. And because, country she did it all. She's already done with it. Like, what was there? I feel like she wouldn't have grown as an artist if she would have stayed in there.
I completely agree, and I don't like when people get mad when an artist doesn't sound the same and goes into a different genre. To me, even if you don't like it, it's showing the artist's growth. Like, how can you not evolve in your art? Like, and it's fine for people who stay the same. That's wonderful. That's, classic. That's awesome. But I don't like when people actually get angry about it. Like why would you want her to stunt her growth as an artist? Like, the creativity part is what I always come back to. And this is her expressing her creativity. And to me, why would you want to stop that? Why do you want to just say, no, you're country, you can only be country? That's not how life works,
No.
And I think you're right about the reinvention. Like, women definitely have to always be reinventing themselves. And I think, as I said before, like, she handles this so well. And so that's what, and to me, the context of it all, of her life, of the music, of her relationships, it makes me appreciate it better.
This is gonna get some flack from y'all, but I think you're overselling the extent to which this is like a break with tradition, like a reinvention, because she was already super popular doing country pop crossover stuff, and was already leaning heavier on the pop side of things. I think this is the easiest career step in the world to make, to go from, like, country pop to just full pop. Like,
but
I don't think
when you don't
that's
have the
at all
support.
a risk.
Not when you don't have the support of your record company, though, and your label. When they are they're fighting you with it and don't want you to do it because they think it's gonna flop, and they think it's not gonna do well.
I'm sure that, like, is something, but, like, she had the support of her audience. She had the support of, like, a general audience. Like, she was a huge star basically her entire career. I don't think this, like, her label is ridiculous for thinking, like, oh, you gotta stay in, like, the same lane.
Yeah. And that's why she's no longer with them.
Yeah, this is, like, the easiest step to make. Like, this is...
Okay. Yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying.
I get it, but I feel like Brenna's saying, when your own label is like, you shouldn't do this, like, stop. Like, to me, that shows a strength that, like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like, it's determination. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that that's an easy thing when your label is like, we're not supporting you in this. I don't know if that's easy or not, but I imagine it would be really hard when you have an idea and everybody's just like, no, stop. I feel like that would be tough. And yeah, the fans supported her. I agree with that, but I still think she had a really tough time and no support.
All right. Well, guess that's everything.
Well, let's wrap up.
Yeah, I guess that's, I'm done, contradicting your, celebration of Taylor Swift.
No, I appreciated your contradicting, though, like, thoughts. Like, it, to me, it was very constructive. I like to hear
it. Wasn't like, oh, I don't like her because of this. It was like, you looked at it from a musical standpoint, which is great, and that's, artists appreciate that.
Yeah. And I just don't like it. I don't think this is a bad album by any means. It's just not to my taste.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's, of course, everyone has their taste.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I enjoyed going through this.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for having me on the podcast today.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us your opinions on your number one artist. We appreciate that.
That's been the Beach View. We only did one topic today, but I think we did it justice. So, tune in next time for something different. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.